Good afternoon. My name is John Marcantel, and I'm the Interim Dean of the Charleston School of Law. On behalf of the Board of Directors, the faculty, and the staff, I'm delighted to welcome you to these commencement exercises. Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem, accompanied by the Charleston Brass. You may be seated. Thank you and welcome. Today is a day of celebration and giving thanks. Today is about our graduates. It's about you. 3 or 4 years ago, you all started a journey that ended here. There was a day in August where you sat in 385 meeting or in 81 Mary. You didn't really know anybody, probably. You had orientation. Dean Bell gave her, "This is your class," set of remarks. You read and briefed your first case. Very quickly, you made friends, formed study groups, and joined student organizations. You met our outstanding faculty and saw why they are routinely recognized in the top 10 of Princeton Review for excellence in teaching. You met our career services employees who talked to you about how you could get into externships and job opportunities. You sat through assessments and final exams, completed numerous writing assignments, and read countless cases. We celebrated together your accomplishments on moot court and mock trial and the transactional law team. We learned together during the Law Review's Law and Society Symposia and the various presentations on professionalism. We cheered the students who came before you and all of their successes. You also contributed to the mission of the law school. Our law school was founded on a very special mission of pro bono populi, for the good of the people. The mission is reflected in our pro bono program, where students volunteer their legal skills in a variety of organizations, including the Centers for Heirs Property, the Public Defender's Office, Charleston Pro Bono Legal Services, the Probate Court, and 180 Place. We're all proud of everything that you've accomplished. Now, so that we can offer our congratulations to you, I ask that the graduates of the class of 2024 please stand to be recognized. Y'all can sit. But you didn't get here alone. You were supported along the way by your families, your friends, and your significant others. So that you can show your appreciation to them, I ask that the graduates stand once again, this time to share your gratitude with everyone who helped get you here today. You can sit. Throughout law school, you were supported by the world-class faculty of the Charleston School of Law. Our faculty are not only teachers, but mentors. They challenged you to become crisper writers, better thinkers, and stronger professionals. I ask that the members of the faculty, including our adjunct faculty, please stand to be recognized. I'd now like to recognize 4 people who are playing special roles today. The first is our lead student marshal, Sarah Cooper, who is also the president of the Charleston Bar Association. Ms. Cooper is an accomplished student and a dedicated student leader. The second is Professor William Jansen, who will be reading the names of the graduates in just a couple of minutes. Many of you had Professor Jansen in civil procedure. He both challenged and supported you through those difficult courses, while at the same time serving as a role model and a mentor. The faculty today includes the faculty marshal, Professor Suzanne Chapman. The honor of faculty marshal is bestowed upon a faculty member who excels in the 3 pillars of being a law professor: teaching, scholarship, and service. For those of you who have interacted with Professor Chapman, I think you'll agree she excels at all 3. Our law school is committed to student success. It is our most important goal. The role of Grand Marshal is bestowed upon an employee, faculty, administrator, or staff who exemplifies this commitment. This ceremony's Grand Marshal is Leo Brown, the law school's composition specialist. Many of you know Mr. Brown from the countless hours he's worked with you on your writing. He is one of the school's unsung heroes. We are so grateful to Mr. Brown for all that he does for the school and for all of you. I would like to ask that Ms. Cooper, Professor Jansen, Professor Chapman, and Mr. Brown please stand to be recognized. And now, as you go out into the profession, remember this: you remain members of the Charleston School of Law family. What that means is we have your backs. We have your backs when you're taking the bar exam. We have your backs when you're applying for employment. We have your backs if you decide to run for a judgeship. We're here for you. I encourage you to get involved with alumni events and give back by mentoring the next generation of law students. And now, to offer words of welcome and congratulations, I am pleased to introduce our friend and the chairman of the board of the Charleston School of Law, Ed Bell.
Good evening. I remember these graduates 3 years ago when we all went out to eat when they first came to school and enjoyed that night. They've done well since then. This is one of my favorite classes to graduate from this school. So let me get started. Honored graduates, families, and friends, today, on behalf of the Charleston School of Law, I extend a heartfelt welcome to the distinguished graduating class and their families. This momentous occasion signifies an unparalleled achievement, one that sets you apart and forever remain unique in your personal and professional journey. As we celebrate your accomplishments in legal education, it is crucial to acknowledge the unwavering dedication and perseverance you have demonstrated throughout this challenging and rewarding journey. The support of your family and friends present here today has undoubtedly played a pivotal role in your success. And for that, we are truly thankful. In just a few short years, our law school has risen to national prominence, with our faculty earning well-deserved attention nationally and the highest bar passage rate in our school's history. This is a testament to the excellence of our graduates. I know you're sitting there and most of you are asking, what is next? My life as I know it now is over. And you're wondering, how will my life be different tomorrow when I wake up? What will be my perspective? Will I think differently? Am I really smarter? Some will even ask, like I did I really do this? How would they let me graduate? Am I able to be what is expected of me? The age-old question that haunts everyone when they begin a new life is, what is next? Can I handle the next stage of my life? The answer is simple. Yes, you can. And you've proven that by being able to sit here today. Planning for your future is the easiest right now. You'll never have less obligations. Life will get more complicated, so now is a good time to consider a few of life's lessons. While there are many, I will only mention a few to get you started. First, great work only comes from those who do work that they love. Don't mess up in this area. There's something about passion that drives excellence. Your inner self will help guide you to make sure your focus is on helping others first. And if that is your focus, the other things in life will fall in place. Next, always keep your integrity. Integrity is one of the fundamental values that defines ourselves. It is a hallmark of a person who demonstrates sound moral and ethical principles. Integrity is the foundation on which we build trust and effective relationships. If I could speak to only one value by which we should live, it would be this: integrity is forever. Integrity means doing the right thing at all times and in circumstances whether or not anyone is watching. Courage is an important part of integrity because sometimes it takes courage to do the right thing. Your honor, your integrity is that important. Integrity in life keeps the soul righteous and the moral compass calibrated. Many of you are asking, how can I do all of this? I've been trained in legal theory, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. May I suggest a pathway for you to take? Ask a fundamental question that goes to the heart or the beginning of this self-analysis that you're getting ready to go through. Ask yourself, who am I? Who am I really? The question is one that you should study and take some time to explore. Figuring out the answer may take some time because the answer to the question, if you get it right, will guide you forward. I have spoken on this before and believe so much in this concept that I'm compelled to review it again with you. It is a particularly unique and perplexing question that you should ask yourself and dwell on for some time. I wish I could answer it for you to make it easier. But it is not the kind of question that lends itself to simple answers. The answer will not come easily, and the answer today is probably much different than it would have been when you started law school. Who am I is an inspirational question that should bring forth emotion and some internal struggle, and yes, some honesty. This question of who am I may need some time to answer, but it is the first and foremost question that should evoke curious brain cells to assist in the answer. But to answer it, you must. Don't get behind. Start working on it now. But let me suggest a couple of things. Be open to a possible change in direction. This is a moment in time that will never be repeated. You may have plans for the immediate future, but you may wish to think about something entirely different. Maybe take a break, a gap year or two, and do something not planned. Maybe take a little time to do something that you never thought of doing before. Do some charity work. Take a mission trip. Work in the inner city and help those in need. Join the Peace Corps. Take care of your older grandparent. Work in a political campaign. Excuse me. As you wonder who you are, you will find that special person inside of you that has passion for helping your neighbor and those less fortunate than you. You will learn to pair that passion with kindness and a sincere desire to make life better for others. You may also have the chance to be a troublemaker. Go have some fun doing something that you never dreamed of doing. And when you're finished, start your life with your law degree with the purpose of making this world a better place. Fight for justice. Fight for equality for everyone. And create a world better for everyone. So next, I ask you the question, are you equipped to resolve the most pressing issues? Were you trained to take on these responsibilities? But didn't you start your legal training in kindergarten? Yes, I said kindergarten. In fact, a book was written about this by Robert Fulghum, All I Need to Know, I Learned in Kindergarten. By Robert Fulghum, the author opined that wisdom was not at the top of the graduate school mountain, but in the sand pile at Sunday school and kindergarten. You know, we learned a lot in kindergarten. We learned to share everything. We learned to play fair. We learned not to hit people. We learned to put things back where you found them. We learned to clean up your own mess. We learned don't take things that aren't yours. Say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. Wash your hands before you eat. Flush. Warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. Take a nap every afternoon. Hold hands. Stick together. Watch for traffic. The golden rule. Everything you need to know is in there somewhere. The golden rule in love and basic sanitation, ecology and politics and equality and sane living. You now have it from kindergarten to law school. You're well-trained, smart. You made it, and it wasn't a small mountain you climbed either. I will keep up with you as you go forward and ask you from time to time, how are you doing? I will also be interested in how you're making a difference. Are you a beacon of hope to those who need someone to help them have hope? Did you defend the poor just as you defended the rich? Did you speak for those who have no voice? Have you kept your integrity? Do you raise your hand when you're needed? And most importantly, did you stand up when given the chance? When someone asked for help, did you stand? Did you stand up? I'm extremely proud of you guys. Congratulations.
The first law school in the southern states was formed right here in Charleston in 1825. The Forensic Club was chartered by the General Assembly in December of that year. Shortly thereafter, Hugh Swinton Legree delivered the first in a course of law lectures. The Forensic Club, long dormant, was revived in 2003 when the original charter was assigned to the Charleston School of Law. Today, to quote Dean Emeritus Andy Abrams, the Charleston School of Law has the unique distinction of being both the oldest and the youngest law school in South Carolina. Today, we recognize 3 of our graduates as new members of the Charleston School of Law Forensic Club. The selection is based on 3 criteria: demonstrated leadership, professionalism, and academic commitment. Each of the individuals selected has abundantly demonstrated and met those requirements. The inductees are Dorothy Blackwelder, why is that so challenging? Mariah Rodriguez and Lindsay Tweet. I ask that the 3 members of the 3 new members of the Forensic Club please stand and receive our special congratulations. Ms. Blackwelder, I never had problems calling on you in class. I don't. At this time, I call upon Vice Dean Margaret Lawton to present the degree candidates.
Will the candidates for degrees please rise? Dean Marcantel. I have the privilege on behalf of the faculty of the Charleston School of Law to certify that the candidates presented for degrees have completed the requirements for the degree of Juris Doctor and are recommended for the conferral of their degrees in due course.
Thank you, Dean Lawton. Having received the testimony of the Vice Dean that you, the candidates, will have complied with all of the requirements demanded by our academic regulations and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors, the South Carolina Commission on Higher Education, the American Bar Association, and on recommendation of the Vice Dean, I will, upon review, confer upon each of you the degree of Juris Doctor, together with all of the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereto. Congratulations, graduates. Please be seated. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, the presentation of the graduates for individual recognition. Graduates, as your name is called, please advance to the podium to be hooded by Dean Lawton and then take 2 pictures. One as you're being hooded and then one with yours truly. Would members of the graduating class please come forward and be recognized?
Rachel Lillian Avila. Kayla Morgan Bess. Dorothy Taylor Blackwelder, magna cum laude. Caitlin Alexandra Breedy. Fernanda Estrella Obregon. Harley Brooks Hine. Ashley Peyton Hobensack. Jared Christopher Jackson. Libby Ann Kurtzman, magna cum laude. Julia Kathleen Lambert. Rihanna Sidney Lamoureux. Matthew Lane Petroff. Matthew Thomas Farrell Presley. Helen Claire Ralston. Alicia Jane Riley. Maximilian Charles Richardson III. Mariah Renee Rodriguez, cum laude. Cynthia Paige Saltzman, magna cum laude. Kaylee Alexis Smith. Kennedy Grace Snyder. Jamie Olivia Strickland. Lindsay Elizabeth Tweet, magna cum laude. Emma Collins Woodham. Isabel Grace Woodworth.
Congratulations again, graduates. I now call upon Ryan Andrews, Vice President of the Charleston School of Law Alumni Association, a graduate of the class of 2013, and a named partner at Cobb, Hammett, and Andrews, to welcome you, our newest graduates, to the ranks of the alumni.
Thank you, Dean Marcantel, President Bell, President Cobb, distinguished faculty and honored guests and honored graduates. Thank you for including me on this special day. On behalf of the Charleston School of Alumni, it is my honor to welcome you, the graduates, as the newest members of the alumni of the Charleston School of Law. I know you all have lots of celebrating to do tonight, so I'll keep my remarks very short. It's hard for me to believe that I was in your shoes 11 years ago now, and I'll tell you, time flies. I want to give you a little bit of advice and tell you a few things that I've picked up over the last 11 years and touch on what some of our notable alumni have done. First, some advice. The bar exam. Whether you're taking it February or later, you obviously have to prepare, and you got to prepare a lot. But do yourself a favor. Don't burn yourself out. I know, easier said than done. But you won't be doing yourself any favors if you burn yourself out, and if you have to, take a step back to collect yourself. You've made it through law school. You know what type of studying works for you and doesn't work for you. So remember that and do what works for you. Second, as you embark on your new legal careers, don't be afraid to ask for help. You're not going to know everything, as I'm sure you all know now, the law is an ever-evolving field. Chances are, though, you have colleagues and alumni out there who have encountered similar legal issues. So ask for help, as you will not need to likely reinvent the wheel to navigate through a confusing legal issue. You can ask for help from your alumni, which now includes your classmates and alumni of the past. You can also ask for help from the faculty and staff here at the Charleston School of Law. To this day, I still ask for help and for advice on legal concepts from my classmates, other alum, as well as some of our esteemed professors. Professor Anastapulo, the alumni and school are here to help you as you go and begin your legal careers. So don't forget that. Also, Be prepared to be bombarded with random and obscure legal questions from family, friends, bartenders, Uber drivers, random people on the streets, probably that guy over there, for the rest of your lives. I'm sure you've already gotten some of that before, but get used to it. You're going to get that from here on out. It comes with the territory. But whoever you're dealing with, it's very important that throughout your legal careers that you remain civil to one another, even against attorneys who you're up against. We all know that the practice of law is an unavoidable and adversarial career, and we all know that as attorneys we have a duty to zealously advocate for our clients. However, this does not mean you cannot or should not remain civil with your opponent while still fighting for your client. You'll learn that in a lot of cases, you'll be able to reach a more favorable resolution for your client if you're civil with opposing counsel rather than having an unnecessary battle or losing your cool with them. It's not uncommon for opposing attorneys to be friends and grab lunch or a happy hour with one another. It's also not uncommon for opposing attorneys to ask for advice or refer cases to each other. Being civil is also important, as you never know who you may be trying to work for in the future or working with in the future, and you never know who may become a judge in which you may be in front of in the future. So be civil in your practice. Now that you're alumni, you've joined an esteemed group that has accomplished much, even though the Charleston School of Law has a relatively young history. And now we're nonprofit, and that's a great accomplishment. But as an alumni, you're now part of a group with members who serve as in-house counsel and billion-dollar corporations and businesses. You're now part of a group with members who serve as mayors, state legislatures, and members of Congress in the United States House of Representatives. You're now part of a group who serve as public defenders and solicitors or prosecutors. Our alumni also include members who serve as public interest and pro bono lawyers. Your alumni include members of the faculty here at Charleston School of Law and the president on the board. And for whatever reason, you're part of a group with an alum who's on a reality television show, which is allegedly about some Southern Charm stuff. But aside from that, as you can see, you're now part of a group that has been given all the tools to succeed. So please come back after you leave today. Get involved with the Alumni Association. Please stay in touch with your fellow alumni in this school and share the successes you'll undoubtedly accomplish. Come back and ask for help. Come back and ask for help when you need to, and also come back to pay it forward for the future alumni of this school. Congratulations on now being members of the Charleston School of Law alumni. I hope you and your family have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We would be remiss if we did not thank some of the key people who helped to assure that today's ceremony would be appropriately celebrated. I ask you to recognize the members of the Charleston Brass, our interpreters, Lee Morris and Katie Twyble, representatives from AV Connections, and representatives from Grad Images. Please also join me in extending appreciation as well to all of the Charleston School of Law staff, administration, and student marshals who put countless hours of work into today to make today such a joyous success. I invite each of you to join us following today's ceremony for a reception in honor of the graduates. The reception will be held just next door in the lobby of the Charleston Museum. Graduates, as is our tradition, there will be a group photograph taken of your graduating class. The picture will be taken on the stairs in the museum lobby. After the group photo, you are welcome to go join your family and friends at the reception. For all of you, marshals will be available if anyone requires assistance. Thank you.